you ready to make technology work for you? Tune in to Act on Tech, the podcast where we break down the latest tech trends and show you how to boost your productivity at home and in your business. So, subscribe to Act on Tech today and visit alexcustomtech.com to see how we can take your business to the next level. That's Act on Tech, your guide to smarter tech for a smarter business. Alex Custom Tech, IT means integrity and trust.
Hello, welcome to Act on Tech, where we talk all things technology. I am Alex of Alex Custom Tech, and today's topic, we're going to be diving into a major issue affecting every homeowner, every small business, and honestly every person who owns a phone, tablet, or a computer. But I want to preface it to say I'm not an expert on this. There are people that I follow that are way better at explaining this. If you get a chance, you can go online and go on YouTube and look up the right to repair laws or right to repair petitions. I came across it years ago when I was just starting out, and it's a pretty heavy topic, and they were pushing things through Congress, and there was a lot of back and forth. I am pro right to repair, obviously. I have an MSP, and I used to have a break fix business, which have morphed into this MSP now. So of course I'm pro right to repair. So I'm gonna do this podcast as a bit of a bias side of it, but honestly, it's more of a freedom thing, more than a bias thing. I mean, I think freedom trumps everything, no pun intended, and I am anti-restriction, I'm anti-control. I think people should make their decisions in whatever it is that they choose to do, and then face whatever the consequences is. So I'm not saying that I have the right to do whatever I want and people should just accept it. I have the right to do whatever I want, and I have to face whatever the consequences that come with it is, right? So that's kind of like my preface to this episode. So we're gonna talk about what I know about the right to repair, what it means for everyone who owns tech, right? And of course, I'm coming from it from a bias point of view, but I think it's fair for me to be, transparent in that aspect. So today's topic, of course, is right to repair, and what it is and why it matters, and how recent changes in laws and industry policies impact the device you buy and own and use or whatever, right? So for years, big tech, from my understanding, big tech companies have made it harder for people to repair things like myself and for the owners of the devices. They've seen software lock, special screws, so when I say software lock, it's like, they update the thing and then it stop working and you don't know what to do with it, and you have to go to them to get them to fix it, or they'll lock the software. Like Apple is notorious for this. I mean Nintendo too, because I have a Nintendo Switch that I forgot the password to, and they want to pay a whole bunch of money to get the password. It's not really easy reset. So I'm like, I just put it to the side. And it's special screws. Apple is for this. They have a special screw. You gotta get a special tool to open it. Things like that already, you already purchased the item, you own it, but then you gotta go through all this stuff just to get it repaired. But now the tide is kind of turning, because people like myself, not me included, but people like-minded like myself, has pushed back against this, and states across the US and countries around the world, believe it or not, and the right to repair law is giving consumers and local repair shops more power to fix devices without going through the manufacturer. And that's pretty much the idea. It's kind of gatekeeping. Now, gatekeeping as a geek is a very touchy topic, right? Because I gatekeep in some sense IP, like DC Comics or Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever. And when I say gatekeeping, I mean like I want to preserve the original idea of the founders or what culture over time has accepted as the narrative for a particular character or IP or whatever in the geek world, right? So when we gatekeep in the geek world, when we come to our modern mythos, I'm kind of going off topic here a little bit, but follow along with me. When we gatekeep in the modern mythos, we're trying to preserve the original idea of the author. We do that in American law too, with the Constitution, because there's two camps. There's the originalists and the people who think that the Constitution is a living, breathing document. So the people who are gatekeeping the constitutions are the ones who want to maintain the integrity of the Constitution the way the writers and the founders wanted it to be. And that kind of gatekeeping to me is okay. It doesn't infringe upon anybody's freedom. It's saying that if you're going to come into this space, you got to adhere to these rules. That's fine. Now, when you own something, a computer or a phone or whatever, you purchase it, you put the money down, you own that device, right? You don't own the ecosystem, but you own the device. If the device has a problem and you can fix it, why shouldn't you be able to fix it? Why are there roadblocks, or why are there things in place to make it difficult for you to fix it, so you have to purchase a new one? See, that's where the nefarious behavior is taking place. And again, this is a big topic for me to be taking on, because it's more opinion based than anything else. But I think truth is not biased and it's not partisan. Truth is truth, and freedom trumps all. So we're supposed to be free, regardless of how you feel about me making my decisions. I get to make that decision, right? And then whatever the consequences of that decision, I will live with it, as long as the consequence is just in its execution. So when we talk about the right to repair, right, giving consumers and local repair shops more power is the right thing to do. It's not even debatable, because you purchase something, you should be able to decide where you get it repaired, or if you choose to repair, there should be no other forces beating upon you in that decision, right? So today we'll break down the idea on the ideas on the right to repair, what it actually means, and the arguments for against it, and for those, for how the changes that affect the wallet of businesses and ourselves, and the freedom of tech owners, right? So what is right to repair? So we kind of went on this long-winded thing, but what is the right to repair? So the right to repair or the right to repair movement, like I said, because it came up on the radar years ago when I just got into tech. It was being batted about amongst people on YouTube and whatever, and then it went to Congress. And I didn't really follow every day, because I was just trying to get my foothold in the industry. I wasn't really worried about that, right? I am worried about it, but I thought people who were way capable than me were in charge and was helming that project, so I could have fallen back a little bit. So the right to repair movement is about one core idea. I'll talk about it a little bit in the beginning, and it's philosophical, but here it is. It includes access to manuals. Is what the basic thing is. Access to manuals, access to repair parts, access to the tools, and the ability to replace battery, screen, components, software, permissions, and software permissions to complete repair. So those are the things that will kind of encapsulate what we, the tech people, would need to be able to repair your device. Access to the manual, right? The manual, we're talking about schematics, like how it's built, like what diode is connected to what diode and that kind of stuff, like, so we can like speed up the process instead of trying to find a search for it ourselves. Kind of like, okay, this is the manual, this is the schematics, so this is how we're supposed to be able to repair this particular problem, right? And this is known as in the tech world, laptop. I don't do it myself, but I know people who do it, like they'll repair, you bring a laptop in and it's like burnt, or you spill something on it or whatever, and the circuit board is completely messed up. They can actually repair the board, in opposed to me, because what I'll do, I just order a new board and replace one board with another board. But what they would do, they would go into the board that you brought in, and then they will replace the diodes on it and the things on the chips on there, and voila, your laptop works. Kind of like what happens with hard drives. So with hard drives, sometimes the hard drive, the data in it is perfectly fine, but the board is messed up. So you have to replace a chip or a couple chips on the board for it to work again. That's kind of one of the ways people do retrieve data. This is a higher level of data recovery, but it happens. And you need access to manuals, access to repair parts, access to tools, the ability to replace battery screens, components, of course, software permissions to complete the repair. So the right to work laws aim to force manufacturers to stop locking the devices behind a proprietary barrier. So Apple is notorious for this. And to some degree, I understand, but you can't. I mean, it's kind of hard. Apple ecosystem is a really good ecosystem, and I'm not going to hear and see me bash Apple or Microsoft. You know how I don't bash them, those sort of companies. But at the same time, Apple doesn't give you the flexibility to upgrade your computer or anything. That's fine. They don't want you going from one size storage to another size storage in a unit. You have to buy the unit with the storage that you want. That to me is kind of but fine. They want to do that, that's okay, right? But why can't I replace it? Why can't I replace the hard drive? If that hard drive dies, or if that SSD dies, why can't I replace it? Why I gotta go to you to replace it? Right? I can replace it, but I have to jump through all kind of hoops to do it, and that's what we're trying to eliminate. That's what the law is saying to the manufacturer. No, you can't do that. There's no locking devices behind proprietary software or proprietary barriers. We're done with that, right? People should have the right to fix their devices after they purchase it. So why manufacturers oppose this? Here's their side of the argument, right? Big tech companies, Apple, John Deere, because believe it or not, this is in farming equipment, so Microsoft and others have argued that restricting repair protects security, device integrity, brand experience, intellectual property, right? But and not to just disregard what they're saying, there is some truth to it. Let me explain to you why. When China, and I am not, I'm gonna go into a topic here that's kind of touchy, but China is as a people and as a nation, they're brilliant people. Okay, you never hear me say anything bad about. I adore how straightforward they are. How they don't beat around the bush. They're very patriotic, and that's good and bad, because there's a lot of naivete in their patriotism. They don't understand how life really works, but it's not really their fault. There's a lot of history behind that, and that's why they are the way they are. But they are brilliant. When I say brilliant, I mean brilliant. I'm not even going to even get into how they're doing the self-driving cars and EV cars and how. I'm gonna put it like this: if their cars were allowed to come here, Tesla would have a run for his money. I'm not saying Tesla's not very good. I'm just saying that those cars would make the EV cars we have here look like we're not even trying. This is how good these people are. Now, that being said, they are unapologetic about stealing intellectual properties. Okay, you give them an iPhone, they make a phone tomorrow morning that does everything the iPhone does, because they copy it, and they copy the iPhone. And no one in China can debate this. This is true. This is what they do, and this is what these companies are afraid of. Right? Again, they can do it. We can do it. People can do it. Right? But I think that the consumer is the one that's going to decide that. The consumer will decide what they're going to buy, because no matter how much you copy an iPhone, it's not an iPhone. Okay, so knockoffs are just knockoffs, bootlegs are bootlegs. Okay, so we need to stop being afraid of this. I have the same conversation with my company too, because, and I think they probably not heard me, but heard the cry of the people who work for them, because I'm like, we have a subscription thing going on with the stores, and we're not allowed to give friends and families our membership to go to the stores. And I'm like, why are you worried about that? That's a form of advertising. That's a form of marketing. Why would you stand in the way of that? Not that I'm a marketing guru, but that's just common sense, right? So let it be. Your brand is your brand. Apple is not just the phone. Apple is the whole ecosystem and the intelligence behind it. So they could copy all they want. They're not Apple. So this is a valid fear, but they should trust the system a little bit more. They should trust people a little bit more. I mean, look what I'm talking about. I'm a cynical person like myself. But I believe in the market to decide this. I really do believe the market can decide this. So it's a matter of capitalism, and believing in capitalism, and believing that the consumer will decide. So these are the things that they're concerned about: security, device integrity, brand experience, and intellectual property. Fine, that's your argument. So, but here's the truth, and I can just explain to you. Limiting repair also increases their revenue, and this is the problem with this whole thing. Is like, yeah, China is a problem and people doing that, but what's really the reason why you're doing it? Here's really the reason: it increases revenue. It increases it, right? It forces consumer to buy a new device sooner. Think about your car. Think about your car. Perfect example. My best friend is a car mechanic. To me, he's an engineer, but he wouldn't call himself that. He's a car mechanic, right? I remember when we were growing up in Jamaica, we used to look at cars. His father had a car, and you open the engine, you'll see a chain wrapped around the engine components, called a timing chain, right? That car, for a long life of that car, that chain was in that car. It was a chain. It wasn't a belt. It was a chain, right? And that didn't break. Now we have belts. What do you think happened to belt when weather and time beat upon it? It deteriorates. You gotta go to the garage and get a belt. It's thousands of dollars to replace the belt. So, unless you want to do it yourself, of course. Why not buy a new car? It forces the consumer to make a purchase that they wouldn't normally make, because they wouldn't keep holding to the car longer, right? So that's what really is the motivation behind them opposing the right to repair. So also make local repair shops dependent on the manufacturer. So I'm supposed to depend on Apple or Microsoft to repair this. They want a cut out of what I'm doing. I'm the one that got the customer. The customer's coming to me because they trust me, but I gotta give Microsoft or Apple a cut. Why? This is really why they're trying to they're using their corporate structure to restrict my business. Give manufacturer full control over parts and pricing. So yeah, I'm not even gonna go into that because that's self-explanatory. So while there are valid concerns in the whole security, device integrity, brand experience, no argument here for me, that's a valid concern. It still don't trump the fact that people should be free to work on their own devices. And that's the one thing about freedom, you know. People think freedom is just, oh yeah, I'm free, I can do whatever I want, fun, yay. No, freedom doesn't give you that. You're free to make decisions, but you also have to deal with whatever the consequences. And this is the fundamental problem with the world. We all want to be free to a certain point, right? No, you have to take freedom in all its wonderful glory. So when you're free to fail. Okay? Nobody coming to your rescue. You're free to fail. That's it. You take a risk, you gotta deal with the consequences. That's why I'm anti-bailout of businesses. I'm anti-bailout of government entities. I'm anti-bailout of all this other stuff. And you hear me talk about AI and how revolutionary it is, and I will beat upon you, and I will say, find something else to do. Because when AI comes in and does what it's doing, and you lost your job, who's gonna come save you? It's on you, and you're free. You're a free person. You know it's coming. You prepare for it. That's what human beings have done from the beginning of time. What makes you different? You're just like your ancestors. You can do what they do. So that being said, when you have a business, right? You have a brand and you have whatever you're developing, you're successful, whatever. You can't do this. This is blocking people from repairing their own devices. That's going too far. So again, a valid argument you have about the security and the branding and people stealing intellectual properties. That's true, but it still doesn't trump freedom. You can't override freedom because you're concerned about that. That's the problem with the world. You can't do that. And again, I knew it was going to be a passionate topic. That's why I kind of delayed it a little bit, but here we go. So the right to repair helps consumers. And when you help consumers in this context, you're right, because you're letting people choose, let the market navigate itself. You don't get involved with the market. This is not a problem with economics. People go to school and have PhDs and stuff in economics and don't understand economics. Economics don't need you. It doesn't need government. It functions on its own. You get out of its way. You get out of the way, right? So people will decide what they're going to do after they purchase their devices. So how does right to repair help the consumer? Right? Lowers the repair costs. Independent repair shops like myself can fix things for up to 50 to 80% less than if your manufacturer did it, right? Longer device lifespan, right? So again, I'm a tech guy. I have an iPhone Plus, iPhone 8 Plus. You can do the math, okay? And it works, right? Instead of throwing away phones because of a cracked screen or a dead battery, you can have somebody repair it, right? Reduces e-waste. Now, I am not even into the whole rah save the world thing, because I think, I'm a Christian and God said must, subdue the earth. So I'm subduing the earth. But at the same time, I think you're supposed to respect the earth. But I'm not gonna I'm not an eco warrior like some people are. But this right to repair is pro-environmental because there's less e-waste because I'm holding on to my things longer. Now again, this is gonna affect the bottom line because these guys are rolling out with new stuff every year. If you have an ecosystem in Apple where you have 10 people in the whole world buying your phones, if you make a good phone the first time out and they're happy with it, when you do the next phone next year, nobody's gonna buy it. You're not gonna make any money. So what you're gonna do? You have to brick the phone they have now so that they're unhappy with it, so that they buy the new one. You see? And it's not a conspiracy. This is a fact. This is what they're doing. They do that. They make things to break so that you can buy the new thing, the new model, right? So again, reduce e-waste and give you more choices as a consumer, right? So how it helps small business like myself. This is the big one because it's directly concerned, like I said, concerned what we do over here at East Custom Tech. So small IT shops can locally repair laptops, desktops, tablets, and phones. They also can purchase parts from us, right? They can access manuals and diagnose things. It can reduce gatekeeping. Talk about gatekeeping in the beginning. Reduces gatekeeping from manufacturers and strengthens local tech communities, right? So the right to repair empowers people who keep communities running. So where the law stands today. As of 2024 and 2025, the right to repair laws have passed in New York, California, Minnesota, Colorado, Massachusetts for vehicles, of course, and several European states. So you guys over there in Europe, you're kind of on the ball with this, right? More states are, drafting bills. Hopefully, New Jersey and PA get on board with this, right? And companies like Apple and Microsoft are slowly beginning, again, give them credit, they're slowly beginning to offer up this stuff. even before the laws were passed, they were like, yeah, whatever, we see the pushback, we're going to push back with the Apple. So what it means for the future, basically, right? So right to repair will force manufacturers, and I don't like using the word force, but yeah, it's going to force manufacturers to let people be free, right? So make devices more modular. Modular meaning, you replace the parts. Offer more replacement parts. Reduce software locks, so you can, like for instance, lock out the Nintendo Switch right now. If this was if they had the open mind and the freedom concept, they would just have me reset the password to my email and then go to the races, and provide longer support life cycle, so you don't have to change with the latest things. You can change whenever you want to change. We may see a return to devices that are flexible instead of disposable, right? Which is kind of what we want, right? So, I don't want this to be too long. I'm already at 25 minutes with this podcast, but the takeaway really is, if you own it, you should be able to repair it. Pretty much in a nutshell, right? The right to repair law gives you more freedom and lower costs. So freedom is really the key word here, right? Before buying things, right? Before you buy a tech, check in, see if it's repair friendly, right? Like right now, I'm thinking about buying a Tesla. It's going to be a couple days before I have to buy one, because I want to do something before I do buy it. But if I buy a Tesla and it breaks, who's going to fix it? Right? And Tesla locks up too, so I'm doing the research on it now, and so I have to think about that, right? But the thing about it is that, what are the chances of it breaking? Not much, right? So there's a good and bad about that, right? And maybe Elon will do something more, because he's more for freedom than a lot of these guys out here. So he might think about that in that context, and maybe have like shops or something like that for people work on their Teslas or whatever. Like, who knows what is going to happen in the future? Everything is really up in the air right now. But again, think about what you're buying and is it repairable, right? Always consider repairing before replacing, right? And nothing is wrong with wanting the newest and latest things, because again, but what they should be pushing with the newest and latest things is the features. This can do this, but the old phone can't, right? That's what you should do. You can even do that via software if you wanted to, right? But locking their phone so they can't use it, that does, yeah. So, or slowing it down, so, and let them can't hear through the speakers like Apple does sometimes. So that's what I'm saying. So, thanks again for listening to Alex Custom, to Act on Tech, of course. I'm Alex of Alex Custom Tech. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. It's almost a year since I've been doing this, right? So until next time, stay informed, stay empowered, and keep acting on tech. I'll hand it over to my AI right now. You guys have a wonderful day.
Hey there, Jersey and Eastern PA businesses. Ready to take your IT game to the next level? Get excited, because Alex Custom Tech is coming your way. We're your go-to for IT support, bringing integrity and trust to every service. From network upgrades to virtualization and even relocating your IT setup, we've got you covered. Stay tuned as we put the finishing touches on our new site. Alex Custom Tech, helping your business thrive with top-notch IT support right in your backyard.
Welcome to Alex Custom Tech, your trusted partner for computer service and repair since 2010. We provide professional consulting services to clients throughout New Jersey and Pennsylvania, offering everything from computer repair to network design and installation. Our focus is on building efficient, results-driven professional relationships with our clients. We work with you to create customized solutions that fit your specific needs, whether you're an individual or an organization. Our comprehensive IT consulting services are designed to make your technology work more effectively for you. We provide solutions that meet your business's performance and utilization demands, because we understand that when your technology doesn't work, neither do you. We specialize in network design and implementation, taking the pain out of network creation, maintenance, and repair. Our team understands that even minimal downtime can impact your productivity and revenue. That's why we offer 24/7 proactive monitoring and maintenance to strategically optimize and protect your infrastructure. For residential and business clients, we provide affordable and reliable computer repair services, available both on-site and at our location. Our commitment to quality is reflected in our satisfied customers' experiences. We service New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Alex Custom Tech is ready to serve your IT needs. Contact us today at 855-668-6315 or email info@alexcustomtech.com to discover how Alex Custom Tech can help optimize your technology solutions.